Goblins, welcome back to another episode on the wicked Kawasaki ZR 1400. Now, intrusive thoughts time. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you're riding along and you accidentally hit the kill switch? Yeah, I've wondered that myself too. So that's exactly what we're going to test out in today's video, and we're also going to do the same thing with the ignition a little bit later on. It's something I've never done before, but I've always been curious about what it actually does. So let's jump on and let's find out. Alright, now I'm only doing this out of curiosity, and I don't know if this is going to damage the bike, so I wouldn't recommend that you actually do this, but I'm doing this so you don't have to. But let's see what happens. Alright. The bike is nice and warmed up as well. Been riding for about half an hour. So we'll do everything in first gear. I'm going to leave the clutch out fully as well. Let's see. We're in a nice little quiet area here. Alright, here we go. And that's it. That's what happens. Okay, one thing that probably will happen doing this is might flood your engine a little bit. The thing is, like, the kill switch, I'm not 100% sure exactly how it's supposed to work. It either cuts fuel or it cuts spark. It'll be one or the other. But of course, if you cut either of those, the engine is still probably going to be pumping fuel. Well, actually, no. Maybe if it's a carbureted bike, it will continue pumping fuel. But this is a fuel-injected motorcycle, so let's see what happens in second gear, shall we? Alright, here we go. Now I'm going to pull in the clutch. There we go. Interesting. Oh, false neutral. Right, let's see what happens. Okay. Now the bike hasn't been ridden in a while, so the battery's a little bit probably on the low side, but interesting. So I mean, not really much happens, to be honest with you. The bike will continue running almost up until, yeah, you're less than 1000 RPM, and then it will just simply die on you. Now, I'm sure this has happened to me before on a carbureted motorcycle, and it happened just purely accidentally, but it locked up the rear wheel. God, that gravel nearly slipped on that. That's awful. Yeah, this happened on my Chinese at 125 from, bloody hell, what was it, 2007, something like that, 2006. And yeah, the rear wheel locked up, and it was a bit of a nightmare. So what happens at higher gears is something I don't really want to test, but of course, if you find your engine locks up on you and it dies, just pull in the clutch, and at least hopefully you're taking some pressure off the gearbox and everything else like that. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a little ride around, and then we'll do the same thing with the ignition. I can smell fuel, so there's definitely extra fuel in the cylinders. Here we go. We're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to do it with the ignition switch. Now, I suspect it's going to be exactly the same thing. Let's see. Alright, let's do 30 mile an hour again. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. The bike still sounds like it's running. It's really funny. That is hilarious. Does she start up? Yeah, she does. Took a few attempts. Again, I reckon it's probably still dumping fuel, but I imagine it cuts off spark. I'll have to do a little bit of research on it, on how a kill switch actually works on a motorcycle, but I suspect that yeah, it cuts spark and there's residual fuel actually going into the cylinders. That's why it struggles to start up afterwards. But that is pretty much what happens. The bike continues running, surprisingly enough. I wasn't entirely sure what was going to happen. I kind of expected just the engine to die and the revs just to die, but I suppose because the gearing is still engaged, the rear wheel's still engaged, and you're still moving, then the momentum of the bike, the inertia of the bike is keeping the engine running. I suppose it's similar to like bump starting, or trying to bump start the bike with the ignition off. You'll turn the crankshaft and everything. So yeah, fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And like I said before, something I don't recommend that you do yourselves at home, but yeah, it was a fun little experiment nonetheless, I think. But there you go. I mean, I suppose they've designed the kill switches as advertised. It just kills the bike, but it doesn't, you don't lose control of the bike. Even with the ignition off, you don't lose control of the bike. You're still able to at least get it somewhere. But like I said, being in a higher gear, I'm not sure what will happen there. But, well, I'll tell you what, we're going somewhere quiet. Let's try that out, one last experiment. We'll do it from 4th gear. We'll cut the kill switch. All right, there's no one behind us. Hopefully we can get to somewhere we're able to pull in as well, if we need to. Right, I want to get into 4th gear, but this van is running really slow. Oh God, come on, man. This sucks. I might have to pull in the clutch with this one, but oh, there's no one behind us, man. Come on. All right, there's somewhere a little bit further up that we can pull in. So, all right, there's still no one behind us. Right, we are in 4th gear. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the kill switch now. Yeah, I reckon if I let that go any further, then yeah, it was gonna lock up the rear tire. There we go. Right, we're in 1st. And the bike started up just fine. Good, that's what we like to see. But yeah, there you have it, guys and gals. That is pretty much what happens. I suspect that if you are in 6th gear on this bike, then you might have a slightly worse time of it, I suspect. But we're going to leave it here. I mean, hopefully, like I said, that scratched an itch. And if you've ever had that intrusive thought yourselves, let me know down in the comment section below. And if you've ever done this accidentally, I don't know why you would do this accidentally, but crazier things have happened, I suppose, with people. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Let me know your experiences on the wicked Kawasaki ZZR 1400, and we will catch you all in the next video. Take care. Have a good one.